to introduce you to Excel for accounting and what's going to be expected in the course. I'm on the course homepage right now, and you can see that on the course homepage there's going to be a lot of information. We have the course description. This is basically going to be a course in using Excel and Access for accounting applications. So using formulas and whatnot to do accounting functions with. We will basically go through 6 chapters of Excel and then another 6 chapters of Access. So the class will be divided in half that way. Down below here in the course news, you'll see I have set up a forum for help. If you're ever working through the course and you need help, of course you can reach out and contact your instructor. But also a great way to get help is to contact your fellow classmates and your instructor using the forum here. We're all in this learning community together. So if you have a question on something and you want a fast answer, this is a great place to post your discussion. You can just click on the discussion. Everybody's working on the same chapter at the same time. And so a lot of times everybody's having the same question or have already been through it and solved the issue. This might be quicker than using the instructor because you send an email and it might take a few hours, up to 24 hours to get back, or longer on the weekend. So don't hesitate to use a forum help. Other aspects of the homepage is we have, I'm going to go to student view here so we can see how this all looks on your screen when you log in. All right, great. So a couple things we have here is our course due dates. If you click on this, this will bring up the older calendar from the previous semester, but that'll list out all your dates. We also have the data files for Excel and Access. You'll want to bring these in as a zip file and then extract them onto your computer. I would highly recommend just getting a Excel for accounting folder and put all these files, all these resources into that folder, and then you can save your homework right into that as well to have good file management and organization on that. The next up is going to be the little movies, the demos for Excel and Access. A lot of times when we get into the modules, I'll say, hey, check out the movie for Excel chapter 4, let's say. And this is where you'll find those resources right there, okay? And then lastly, student images, when they have you bringing in stuff to dress up your spreadsheet, this is where you will find that stuff. All right. Other things that are in all classes are the resources for the school here. Note the attendance requirement. This is always a really confusing thing, but Western Dakota Tech is a attendance required campus. And what that means is we have to report student engagement to our federal government for oversight. And this doesn't impact your grade necessarily. So in this class, in any online class, your teacher, can only mark you present on the days that you are actively engaged in the course. And so for this class, on the first 2 weeks, you will hand in a couple assignments. On the days that you hand in those assignments, you will be marked present. The rest of the time, you will be marked absent. That does not impact your grade at all. It's just for our record keeping, so don't worry about it. Only worry about it if you don't have any attendance records in a given week, present records in a given week. Okay, so that's always a bit confusing. And then from there, after the first 10 days, then we just take attendance every Wednesday. And so if you miss an assignment that week, you'll be marked on excuse. If you're handing in everything and engaged, you get your presence. And again, this doesn't impact your grade in here necessarily. It's just so we can identify if a student is falling at risk or not attending, and we can intervene and hopefully get back on track. Okay. The correspondence and grading procedures, mainly stating that, hey, we strive to make sure we answer emails in 24 hours, and we try to grade stuff within a couple days, less the weekend and holidays, right? So if you ever do not get a grade within a couple days, don't hesitate to reach out and ask your instructor what's happening. It could be an error missed or something, so make sure you get that. And the last thing here is a little Jing link where you can record screenshots. A lot of times, especially in a computer-based class like this one, when you are requesting help, it's great to have a little screenshot of what is going on your computer. And of course, when you send that screenshot in, send your file in too, so we can see what's happening with that. It helps speed up the process. Okay, throughout the course, we will use announcements quite a bit, so be sure to check this out. Your announcements, they'll come in an email, but this will be the primary way of communicating in this course is through the announcements. So every chapter, every week, I'll fire off an announcement saying, hey, this is what's going on this week. Here's what we need to look out for. Okay, so that is the premise of the homepage. Now I'd like to click onto the let's go to, we can go collaboration, see what's on this page. Okay, as we load up. All right, here's where you'll see your forums, okay? Right now, there's only a couple members in the course, and that's fine. But you can, of course, make posts here, ask questions. It'll work as well off that home page. Okay, attendance, you can see your attendance records there. Click on course information. Okay, here list out the faculty for the business. Mr. Reagan and myself, Mr. Martinson, are your two primary faculty in the accounting and business programs. If you ever have any questions on anything about the program, don't hesitate to reach out to one of us. And I'm going to come down to the next big tab is going to be coursework. Now, coursework is where you will submit your assignments. Okay, and I'll show you how that works with the module pages as well. Coursework is loading a little bit slowly, but here it comes. All right. So you'll notice that in the coursework, it's broken out into modules, and you can see them corresponding over here. The introduction module, first week, I want you to log in. This is going to be how you get your attendance record for the first week and kind of do our icebreaker activity. I want you to introduce yourself to the class, and along with that, I want you to think about how you have used Excel and Access. I want both programs mentioned and what you know about them and how you've used them for accounting or how you think they could be used for accounting. Okay, so you can see that that's going to be an introduction. It's just a little 5-point introduction thing that we get to get started this first week as we're getting all of our resources pulled together, and we can see get to know everybody and just a little blurb. I also would like you to include pictures in this introduction as well. I'm going to go ahead and click on it and see what we can see here. Okay, here is the assignment page, and where the post will show up. We haven't made any post yet, but we can visit it right there. So when you click on this, you can visit it right there. I'm also going to flip to the introduction module and wait for this to load up. Okay, now the introduction module gives you a quick welcome to class. It's kind of our starting point after you've gone through all this stuff and seen everything. Now you'll want to take a look, read through this and see what's going on with Excel for accounting. Okay, so it lays it out how much time you should expect. You're looking at least 90 minutes for each project. Some of them will be longer once we get into the real heavy functions of Excel and Access. Okay, it'll start. You'll need to read the assigned material for the week, and then submit your exercises that are due that week. Okay, of course, always be watching your email. Big communication portals are going to be your email, and so always be checking your email daily. Okay. If you get stumped, remember you can ask on that forum, and your classmates and instructor could respond there. That's a great place. Or you can email the instructor. That's fine, and we always try to get back within 24 hours. Okay. Now, your next step before Module 1 is to download all the resource files that I showed you on the home page, and then read the attendance policy that I discussed already. But check that out about how that attendance is going to work. a little neti quiz here, and then you post your class introduction. Okay, and you can see I have my introduction right here. And I did not put anything in as far as Excel or Access and how I use it, because I didn't want to lead you in. I want to have what your thoughts are. But you can read about a little bit about my life and what I'd like to do, and see some pictures of me and my family hanging out, having fun. Yay. Okay, so that's the introduction module, and you can see how that also corresponds with our coursework page. I'm going to go ahead and go to module 1. So once you've got everything downloaded and you've posted your introduction, next step is module 1. Okay. Now, beginning of each module, for Excel, we have what we are going to be learning in Excel and the basic outcomes of what you can hope to achieve through this course. Okay. Chapter 1 is kind of a brief introductory. It's pretty easy. It's only 10 points, but basically you're going to read through the text and complete the lessons and questions on page 21 of the text. Okay, and then so that's a checklist, and here gives you your assignment. Read the chapter and complete the step-by-step grayed out areas as shown in the chapter. And then on page 21, there's 10 questions. I'll want you to type up in Word and then submit them in coursework. And I'll show you, I'll go there in just a little bit. Okay. Page 4, chapter 1 suggests there's a video demonstrating. This video is where that course, that remember the Excel files that I showed you, the resources for Excel, you will find it there. Okay. And then lastly, complete an Office document, which would most likely be Word. All right, real quick, I'm going to zip to module 2 because that's when we really get into what we're going to be doing every chapter. From module 2 on, it'll all be the same. You'll notice read and complete that lessons and the questions, 15 points. Okay, that's basically what we did in chapter 1. But now going on with the rest of chapters, you'll have end of the chapter assignments to do. Okay, 35 points, a case study, which is also 35 points. You will then put all this stuff, the case studies, the assignments, and the questions into one folder, zip that folder as module 2 work, and then your name or whatever, and submit that in coursework. Okay, down here, the module content, you can see here's your reading assignment. Here's your assignments, answer the questions listed on page 49. Okay, and it says upload the coursework chapter 2 once you've completed the chapter. And then you have the cases. Okay, and the specific Excel files for each case are listed out as well. Okay, so the chapter work, your assignment, and cases, that will be the flow of all the chapters. All right, so I'm going to go back to coursework here. Now we've kind of seen the layout and structure of the class. You will also notice that here under chapter 1 module, okay, here is chapter 1 questions. And it gives you a little instruction as well there. And then when we get to chapter 2, that's when everything really starts flowing, and what we'll be doing for the rest of the semester, put all your files into chapter 2 zip folder and upload it here. Okay, so that's just a matter of clicking on this assignment and upload a file. Okay, once you've uploaded the file, then there's one last step to submit that file. Okay, and that is the gist of the course. Okay. I'm going to go gradebook. You will see up-to-date grades for all your assignments listed out here. You can see we have chapter 1 through 13 assignments. Okay, and then our little 5-point introduction. So you'll be able to see right up to date what you have going on with your grade right here. Under attendance, okay, of course, monitor your attendance. Make sure you have at least one present for each week of the first 10 days. And then after that, every week that you're marked present, that you turn in your assignment. Okay, and you can monitor that. It's a good idea just to keep on track. Errors can be made, so just stay on top of that. Okay, last one here that I want to go over is the syllabus page. Now, the syllabus, this is the contract, it kind of lays everything out in the course expectations and what your expectations can be of your instructor and what the course expects of you. So the syllabus from your instructor will be for the semester will be loaded here. Okay. Download this, print it out, have it in your Excel file, and reference it. Know what it's all about and what the expectations are. For late work, what can you expect to have for late work? Okay. In this class, I know that you need to have your stuff on time, and late work's not accepted. Okay. But that's where all that sort of activity, all that stuff is noted here. Okay. I will tell you on late work, instead of taking late work and monitoring dates, what will happen in this course is your lowest grade will be dropped at the end of the semester. So stuff will happen throughout the course of the semester inevitably. So what we do is in module, let's say you in module 4, you get deathly ill and you can't complete your work that week. No worries. You'll take a 0 for that, but at the end of the semester, that 0 will be dropped. So you basically get 1 free assignment per semester. So it's not a problem. There's some flexibility in there that if something happens, then your grade won't get dinged if you have a problem. The master syllabus here, that is a general syllabus that is the same no matter who is teaching the course. All right, that is the layout of accounting 227 Excel for accounting. Don't hesitate to send an email to me or your instructor if you have any questions. All right, have a great semester.